I'm frustrated with getting hit too much, and also added, I've been sacked almost 400 times. We've got to get better. Wilson also said he'd like more input on personnel decisions, and when asked if he thought the Seahawks would be open to trading him, he responded with, that's a Seahawks question. Wow, Shannon, lots there. Do you like him calling out his team?
Skip, I don't have a problem with it. It seems to me this is the frustration had been there for a while, and it bubbled up. You know, Russ has what we call an implosive personality, Skip.
Yep.
He holds everything in. He just holds it in, just holds it in. And when it blows, it blows. And what you saw yesterday was him, his frustration spilling out, Skip. Look, he's unhappy that for the longest time, this has been a team coached by a defensive-minded guy, that the emphasis has been defense. And although they've gotten him some receivers now, they've neglected the most important thing to a quarterback, which is the offensive line. He saw Patrick Mahomes went through the Super Bowl. He said, hell, I go through that every week. He's talking about Patrick only had to do that one time. Just imagine me going through it. He's been sacked 394 times, Skip, almost 400 times. Tom Brady in 21 seasons has been sacked 500 times. Russell wants to play long until his late 30s, early 40s, like Tom. He ain't gonna make it like that. The reason why you see guys like Peyton Manning play 18 years, you see Tom Brady play 21 years, you see Drew Brees play all these years, is because they didn't take that kind of pounding. You're not taking that kind of pounding and playing until your 40s. That's not gonna happen. And he understands that. So and the difference between when a quarterback speaks and any other player in NFL, Skip, is that they guys have the leverage, especially guys like Russ. When Russ talk, they're going to listen. When Aaron Rodgers talk, they're going to listen. Mahomes and some of these top 5, top 10 quarterbacks talk, the organization has no choice but to listen. Because if you don't have that guy, I don't give a damn what else you have. You could have the 3 of the best defensive players ever. You could have 3 of the best offensive players. But if they want to make one of that guy, you kissed the baby on that one, Skip.
Correct.
So he's frustrated. And he said, hold on, Pete. You know, you keep on talking about this defense and this mentality, and he's not happy. And for him to say, well, Russ, you know, you think they're trading, that's a Seahawks question. It appears to me, Skip, it might have got back to Russ that teams have been calling, asking about him.
Maybe.
And he's like, well, that's something you need to ask the Seahawks about because that's out of my control. But you can tell he's frustrated. And, Skip, I'm not saying that he need to have input on everything, but run by, hey, Russ, what you think about, you know, we're thinking about getting this guy, especially if it's an offensive guy, offensive lineman, maybe you need a tight end. You got the receivers, you got Metcalf, you got Lockett, I forget the other guy's name, but you got some good receivers. You need a tight end now. Your running backs can't stay healthy for whatever reason, and your offensive line has been trashed for a minute. So Pete, now he growled. He growls, Skip, to let you know, normally when an animal growls, he's telling you that there's something unpleasant about this situation. Don't make him bite you, Pete, and do what Deshaun's doing to the Houston Texans. Hear it.
My first reaction to everything that spilled out of Russ yesterday was, this is the Brady effect. We might have more quarterbacks on the move this offseason, more unhappy quarterbacks than ever before in the history of this league, in part because they saw Tom Brady either get pushed out the back door or decide, I've had enough of this. And at age 43 say, I pick you. Oh, well, they're kind of a sleeping giant because they got a lot of talent there. They went 7-9, but they were in need of a quarterback and a leader. And guess what? Magic happened, and they went and won the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And Russell did say that he saw a picture of himself and his wife and Roger Goodell at the Super Bowl. The wife and Roger were talking. They're talking, but he said, I'm sitting there, to quote him, I'm pissed off because I'm having to watch a game wishing I was in there playing. Well, he's seeing Tom Brady get protected. He got sacked once, hit twice in the game. And he's getting rid of the ball quickly, and great things are happening. And he's saying, God, I've been there before because I was there twice. He lost one to Brady, but he won one in an avalanche against Peyton Manning. So he knows what it feels like to win the ultimate game. But it's been a minute ago since he won it. Okay. Here's my issue with him spilling publicly. I don't believe that's what a leader needs to do. And I have the utmost respect for him. And you're right. This is
built up.
It's building, and it just exploded, and it issued forth on every level. And yet, be careful, because you do live in some glass house, because you weren't very good over the back half of the year either.
Well, Skip, a lot of those sacks, Russ, if you look at, when you go back and look at history.
You said this on the show 100 times.
He runs himself into sacks. Yes. And most mobile quarterbacks do that a lot.
Okay. So you have to be careful, because when you say, gee, I'm getting hit too much, you're basically throwing the line under the bus.
Right.
And you can say all you want about his line, but they did, just for the record, I don't disagree with your premise, but they went and got Dwayne Brown, who's really, he's a big timer, a left tackle, who's a 4-time Pro Bowler. Is he kind of at the backside of his career?
I think he's like 35, 34, 35 now. Okay,
but they did draft that kid Damian Lewis in the 3rd round a year ago, and he made the all-rookie team. Pro Football Writers Association put him on as a, what is he, the right guard or the left guard? Right guard. He's the right guard. Okay, so at least you got that going for you, and what's left of Dwayne Brown. But they did try. They went and got him,
we got
right?
Dwayne Brown, yes.
And that was a pretty big move, actually, for them. Okay? Then he wants more input in decision-making. But by all accounts, he had huge input in the selection of Shane Waldron to be their new offensive coordinator.
Right.
Okay, so you got that going for you. And yet, let's look at what did you do over the back half. Let's go the final 9 games of the year. Pro Football Focus, your favorite website, graded Russell's performance as the 19th best quarterback over the last 9 games. He wasn't that guy. Remember the top 100 before the year started? There was a big case being made.
He should have been number 1.
Is it him or who? I can't remember who was number 1. It wasn't Patrick. Was it Aaron or? No,
Aaron wasn't number 1. I forget who it was also, Skip.
I can't remember who was number 1, but somebody was. Oh, it was Lamar, because he was the MVP.
MVP, yes.
Okay. So it was between Russell and Lamar, back and forth. It's like 1 and 1A.
Right.
Well, he didn't play like 1A this year, because over those last 9 games, he was tied for 3rd in giveaways. He was turning the ball because he was trying to do too much.
And that's the problem, Skip. If you look at Tom, when they tried to pour it, and then Russ fell into this trap. Deep, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, deep, everything deep. Take that underneath stuff. You know, there are fish at the shoreline, too. You don't have to go deep-sea fishing and catch a 100-pound fish tuna every time.
Runaway theme on social media, especially in Seahawks Nation? Let Russ cook. So Pete Carroll's basically saying, okay, I'm going to let him cook. I'm going to let him cook. And
even after he was burning the dish, you still let him cook.
He was burning a lot of dinners. Nice dinners. You gave him nice ingredients, and he just burned all the ingredients. Okay? So you have to be careful with throwing your whole team under the bus, because, you know, and he did say, I've got to play better too, but it sounds like they're more at fault than he is, and I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. I just don't see. It seems to me Russ want to get somewhere. You know, he has a entertainer wife, and I don't really know how much entertaining you can do up in Seattle. Would he like to be somewhere that, even though Washington is in this?
Would she like to be somewhere else? You better believe she would.
I mean, would she be better served in Dallas or better served in Miami
or Los Angeles?
Well, Los Angeles is out of the question now. Now, see, the 49ers, which I know they're not trading him to the 49ers, but it seems to me that he's speaking, Skip. He's thought a lot about this. He's very unhappy with this situation. And boy, these quarterbacks now, Skip, they've gotten bold. 5, 10 years ago, wasn't nobody speaking out. Now, hell, everybody has something to say.
And everybody wants to go where the grass is greener.
Or where they think the grass is greener.
Where they think it's greener. And by the way, to sum this up on Russell, he did lose a home game to what was left of Jared Goff, because he was beat up and under fire on the hot seat. And remember, they started the other kid to start the game, and then he went down, and they lost 30-20 to the Rams at home. And Russell had a QBR of 17. That scaled 0 to 100. He was 11 of 27. 11 of 27 for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, but a big interception, and he was sacked 5 times.
Russell has been sacked at least 40 times in 8 of his 9 seasons. Brady has been sacked 40 times, twice in his career, and the 1 time came in his rookie season. I mean, his first year starting.
First year starting.
Let that sink in, Skip.
No, I got it, but does he run into some?
No. Russell, yeah. And that's what he's going to have to understand. Live to see another day, Russ. See the heroics that made us love Russ, the spinning, the improvisation. And you're going to take that shot, but you're going to throw the ball 20 yards down the field for a completion. Tom Brady ain't trying to do that. Tom Brady said, I know the journey's over for me right here. I'm going to live to see another day.
for Russell's, first 5 or 6 years as starter, was he not the best running quarterback in pro football?
Yeah.
Would he not gash you? Would he not torment a defense with his legs by running for yards?
But the thing that made him unique, Skip, he was not taking the shots once he ran and got outside of the pocket. No. He taking the shots inside the pocket because he's getting down. You're not going to get no shot at him once he gets outside the pocket, but it's when he's in the pocket, holding on to the ball, waiting to the very last second. Russ, you're going to have to get that type of heroism. Got to get that up, bud.
Well, he's taking a lot of wear and tear on that body. You know he has.
Yeah, he says, I spend $1 million a year. I got hyperbaric chambers, I got chefs, I got physios, I got all this.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Now, he growled.
Yeah.
He growls, Skip, to let you know, normally when an animal growls, he's telling you that there's something unpleasant about this situation. Don't make him bite you, Pete, and do what Deshaun's doing to the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Hear it.
Okay. My first reaction to everything that spilled out of Russ yesterday was, this is the Brady effect.
Yeah.
We might have more quarterbacks on the move this offseason, more unhappy quarterbacks.